We'll bring them in.
What's up, Nisita?
We got this one. There we go. One, two,
Emerald.
Hello.
and three. All right. So just so we know, I did have something a little bit of fun to say about all three of these contestants. Emerald here and myself, when I first started my show, actually, when we both started our shows, had our show at the same time. And I ended up changing my show, and both of our shows are featured now. So I'm so excited to have you on my show, and I cannot wait for you to be on your show coming up here. So thank you so much for being here.
Of
Fun
course.
fact, that was my idea
Next.
for to be here tonight.
We have we have another contestant, James, here. I had the privilege of playing in the Hall of Fame game literally last night with James. And I'll tell you what, this man, he's got a brain on him. I cannot wait to hear his intake on the different movies that we're going to have tonight. And, man, it's so happy to play against you last night and so happy to have you on the show today.
Pleasure.
Fun fact, also brought James here tonight. Hello.
And last, but obviously not least,
What's
when we
up,
started this show, we were looking for, like, what was going to be, like, our quintessential contestant. Like, when we thought about, like, our perfect contestant, who is it going to be? And it's none other than Stud Barbie. Hello?
Hello. Somebody in the building.
She was one of our original contestants before the show was ever even featured.
That's right.
Yeah, guys, if you
All right,
guys
so-
have an idea, you're developing something, call me.
Oh, I will turn wheels with you any day of the week. Now,
If
I
she
wanna
didn't have
know
to work,
earlier,
she'll
does
be my
anybody-
judge.
there you go. Does anybody have any questions about the show before we start?
Nah.
Perfect. All right, Creature. Creature's going to start us off with our first movie, and then whoever gets the point gets to pick the movie after that. What do you got for us, buddy?
All right. Let's start off with the good old 8 Mile.
8 Mile. Eminem. We've all seen it? All right, we're going to start off here with Emerald. Emerald, what do you remember from the movie 8 Mile?
I remember that I've watched it like over 100 times, especially when I was younger. I love that movie. Especially when he is singing for in the in that crowd when he sings that popular song we all know and love. That's one of my favorite moments in that song. In that movie. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm still getting my brain all together.
Well, good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning.
That's all right. I love that. All right. So, what do you think the internet critics scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100?
Okay, the internet critics, I think, might have scored this a little lower than everybody thinks would. So I'm going to say around like 65.
65. All right.
And what do you think the internet audience scored this movie?
I'm going to go a little higher with 85. I think they loved the movie. Yes.
All right. I like it. James, what do you remember from the movie 8 Mile?
I remember every second of that movie and every word to every lyric of every verse spit in that movie. I think it was a phenomenal
Did you know that
movie.
Clarence's parents have a real good marriage?
Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you went to Cranbrook. But I think that movie, it obviously was a semi-biographical tale of Eminem's life itself. And, at the time it came out, he was definitely at the top tier. I know he did get an Oscar in that movie for song. So I'm going to say that the critics probably were a little more generous than what Emerald felt. And I'm going to go, the critics were at about a 90. And the internet audience are at a solid 98.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Good.
Listen, that movie was pretty good, but there's a lot of Eminem haters out there. And at the time, there was probably even more Eminem haters out there. You feel me? I think that was a little bit too generous. I'm thinking for the critics is going to be around 80. You know what I'm saying? 90, maybe we would have saw Eminem singing and dancing in the dress or something. But he was just doing his thing as he always does. And there's a couple other stars in there, but where are they now for real? So we really didn't give them that
Well,
much love.
hold on. Brittany Murphy's dead. So, I mean,
Papa Doc is Captain America now.
and Papa Doc is Captain America.
Okay, you got me there. I'm missing out on the Marvel. So I'm gonna give the critics an 80, and I'm gonna think the crowd did a little bit better at 85. The people.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's probably where I would have went with that one. Pretty close to that. Yeah. Let's see here. I think that's if I had to guess, I'd be right there with you. 80s.
This movie came out in 2002.
Mm.
The internet critics gave this movie a 75%.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You guys are not going to be happy here.
Oh.
The audience gave it a 54%.
The haters.
The haters
Giving
are
our
out
first
there.
point here to Stud Barbie.
Yo, shout out to the MGK fans that were doing all the Martin Tomato reviews.
You know what? Could be. Unfortunately, we use more than just Rotten Tomatoes. We use a multitude of different websites now because we've had cheating in the past. So, maybe the internet in general doesn't like. Maybe there's a lot of MGK fans on the internet.
Maybe so.
Stud Barbie,
Hey,
welcome to the board.
I
And
heard
what
all
that
that
means? You
was
get to
just
pick.
a publicity stunt. I'm telling you. I heard it all was just a publicity stunt.
Now, Stud, before you pick the next movie, I just got to do my contractual obligations. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cienma Score. I am your host, DJ, your boy. On this show, we talk about movies, and this is my beautiful co-host, Creature, here. If we score the movies on a scale of 0 to 100, and whoever gets the movie right gets to pick the next movie. If you'd like to be on the show, please hit up my wonderful admins. We have Vampy, Emoji J, and Micah. Stud Barbie, please pick the next movie. I say that now like it's a prescription ad. I've got that thing so figured out, I can run like side effects, maybe drowsiness, sleepiness.
Now do it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Solamente.
Do it for Chispo real quick.
All right, what movie you got first there, Stud?
My movie's really easy. I didn't have to think twice about it. You guys gave it away to me. It's on his chest, y'all. Let's do a little Space Jam Toon Squad.
This is the original, correct?
OG, please. Yeah, I didn't even see the LeBron one. I couldn't even consider it. Maybe
I'm gonna be
will
honest
after
with you.
this.
You know what? I saw it, and for the callback, it's a good movie if you like movies that do a ton of callback. If you like Family Guy, you'd really like the new Space Jam movie because it does a bunch of like callbacks to a bunch of different movies because it's a Warner Brothers movie, and they just use the whole Warner Brother universe in that movie, which is pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't see it, so I don't want to judge it.
All right,
Let's go.
but now let's talk
OG.
about the movie that we all grew up with and loved and we care about, the actual Space Jam. Michael Jordan, 23, which, by the way.
The actual one. Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
What do we remember from that movie?
Oh, excuse me, but when I think about this movie, one thing comes to mind is Lola Bunny, and the other thing is water is just water, but what is everything? What is life? That's
Mike's
secret
secret
sauce.
juice.
Yep.
And Mike's secret stuff. I'm sorry. All right, what do you think the critics scored this movie?
Oh man, they was with it. They was with it. Now the graphics wasn't too great. I feel like they just had him walking across a green screen, but it wasn't that terrible of acting, and the whole concept was wholesome. I don't think it was rated all that high. And considering I went too high in the last one, I'm gonna go 80 for this one again. For the critics.
Strong with your 80s.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think the critic or the audience scored this movie?
And the audience, probably just a little bit less. They probably weren't hype about it. I'm thinking like 75.
All right. Emerald, what do you remember from Space Jam?
I remember Michael Jordan getting sucked into that hole and then going into the whole universe, getting into that whole Space Jam universe. I love that movie. That's when it sucked me into that movie. I've seen it so many times as well. With the critics, I think stud is right, but I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower and give it like a 78 for the critics.
Oh, we got our first prices right of the evening.
And then I think I'm gonna go a little higher for the audience though. I think they're at an 87 or 87.
Oh, we have our first official prices right. She went low and high.
I did.
Emerald.
All right, James, what do you remember, or do you have a favorite scene or anything from Space? Tell me what you think about Space Jam.
I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic, especially I'm when did Space Jam come out in the 90s?
1996.
1996. So I was already 11 years old by that time. So like I really enjoyed the movie. I was into sports at that time already. I had Patrick Ewing, Charles Barkley, Muggsy Bogues. There was a lot of players in there. I was already developing into music. It had a great soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Cypress Hill was on there. Classic
Hit 'em
band.
high, hit 'em low. One of my favorite songs.
Exactly. So, and I also remember Lola Bunny. So I'm going to go. She went 80. She went 78. That's such a good zone. I'm going to have to go 75 on the critics.
Okay.
And I'm going to go 90 on the fans.
All the way up.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
This one could be tight.
Everybody
Right
get
here.
up. It's time to jam now.
This one really could be tight. See between
Space Jam. The critics gave this movie a 43%.
Whoa! I didn't think it went
The
that low.
audience gave this movie a 63%.
Ooh.
Going back to back, getting her on the board is Stud Barbie again. Coincidentally here, guys, I'm going to tell you how the scoring works so you know, just so you're curious, because two of you actually tied here just now. So Emerald said 78 and 87. So that's 35 from 78 and 24 from 87, which makes 59. James said 75 and 90, which is 32 from 43 and 27 from 90, which both make 59. So you guys actually tied for second place, but there's no point for second place.
right. So if y'all would have won that, then each of y'all would have got a point.
But if Stud was over you guys, yeah, you both would have gotten a point for that one. Just to give you guys an idea of how the scoring works on this game.
In the
All right,
90s, you would have called that a loser, double loser.
That's a
What you
goalpost.
got in mind?
All right, Stud, what do you got for our next movie?
All right. Let's do one for my boy Creature. There's a lot of different creatures out there, but I need to know what y'all thought about the one from The Quiet Place. That was my movie. Quiet Place 1. That was my movie. They'd be quiet. They was doing that sign language. I was like, yo, mommy, is this sign language accurate?
I've never watched it. I've never watched it. I don't even know what movie that is. I have no idea.
Was it Ashton Kutcher?
No, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Sandra Bullock and John Krasinski, isn't it?
John Krasinski.
Oh, John Krasinski, yes.
John Krasinski, not Sandra Bullock. It's John
Yo,
Krasinski.
Emerald, they gotta be quiet. The creature's coming. Oh my God!
Not at all. No, I have no idea. No idea what movie that is.
All right.
No. When the chat and everybody's seen the movie and you haven't, we have a little thing on this show called homework.
Ooh.
It's a movie for me to watch. Definitely.
Exactly. All right, strike one there for you there, Stub Barbie. What do you got for the second movie?
All right. A second movie with a crazy creature in it. I haven't seen it myself, but I think I know what could be the ratings on this one, and that's going to be Predator.
Predator. Arnold.
Nice.
Got
Okay.
it. You
I
son
didn't
of a-
see this one, but I heard about this one, and they still talk about it sometimes, and they even just put
There's
it on
like
Fortnite.
17 of them.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
is. I've seen all of them. My dad loves these movies.
All right, this might work in
Oh
your
yeah,
favor.
my dad loves these
Do
movies.
it. Do it.
This might work in your favor. This might work against me. Do the first one ever. Whatever
Right,
the
you
first
got it.
one.
See, all right. So, seeing that you haven't really seen the movie, what have you heard of this movie?
Well, considering you just told me they made 17 more, this has got to be spectacular. The first one
I
really
don't know if
set
it was
it off.
actually 17, but
Oh,
I mean,
okay,
whatever.
well,
There's a lot of them.
Something about it. There's something about it, and they got the aliens. And like I said, if it's on Fortnite, it's still popular, right? Even the kids know about it. So, but considering how long ago it was, maybe the graphics weren't that great. So I'm thinking Predator is somewhere in the 80s again, the 80 on the dot for the critics. But the people,
80.
the people are probably like, nah, I'm pro alien. So there's like 50 on that one.
Okay. All right. So
Wow,
no-
you're going with the alien crowd, thinking that they were just gonna stomp on it.
Yeah, they were like, nah, we alien.
We
team
like
alien.
ET. No Predator.
It's a
All
no
right,
people
all right,
vote.
Emerald. What do you remember from the movie Predator?
I actually remember Alien vs Predator a lot more because those are the ones that I watched. My dad loved, but I loved all of the movies. I don't remember a lot because I was younger, and that's when he was watching them. But I just remember being scared while watching them. But I think that Barbie is wrong on this one. I think the critics went really low on this one. Like it's a good movie, but it's also like everything's a little cheesy in it. The graphics are a little cheesy, the lines are a little cheesy. I love it. It's a classic movie, but I think they went a little lower. I'm actually going to score it 45 with the critics. And for the audience, I'm going to go 65.
Dang, the shade on Stud Barbie.
Yeah, I love it, but I'm going lower this time.
Stud Barbie on this one. Let's go.
I love me some Stud.
All right,
I love
James.
me Stud, but
They are trashing this movie. What do you think of the movie Predator?
All right. Well, these young ladies. Again, I'm an old man, so I've definitely seen the original Predator many times with Arnold. And that movie isn't really a lot like the other Predator movies that had came out. You know what I'm saying? That movie was kind of, just one man, one beast, boom, fighting in the jungle. I think it did set a tone and start a trend and has always been very popular. So I think the critics, but I'm going to play it safe though, because you always got to have strategy. So based off their scoring, I'm going to give the critics gave it a 51.
All right.
Okay.
he's playing the game.
Now, when it comes to the
He's
audience,
playing the game.
when it comes to the audience, like they were saying with the graphics, from the 80s, which the movie was great for its time, but when it comes to the internet audience that revisit movies, did it stand through time as technology developed? Probably not. I'm going to go with the score of the audience of about 70.
70 on the head. All right. I got a little warm. I had to take mine off, Stud. Sorry.
I got my door open right now.
I tried to rock with you for a little bit. I couldn't do it. I got a little warm.
So you should put a do-rag on next time. Really mad. Yo, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Cienma Scores, hosted by DJ Your Boy, every single Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Mimi app. Hello.
That was awesome. Thank you. Oh boy.
I'm scared, but I'm interested, but I'm scared. This might be the one.
Right, I think we're close or something. It's taking a minute.
Nah, what's the math done here? The critics gave this movie an 80%.
Okay.
The audience, though, gave this movie an
Oh, wow.
87%.
Oh.
Stud Barbie still gets the point, though. Ooh, she's making moves here, guys. Don't worry, though. Rapid fire round is coming here at the end. Everybody's got it. I've seen people down 5 come back and win in the rapid fire round.
Yes.
All right, right now, Stud is holding it strong here with the third. And now you get to pick the next movie.
All right. This next movie is inspired by Emerald's taco. I'm talking about the taco emoji in her name. My favorite character from this movie is a taco, and this movie is Sausage Party. Yo, when I went to go see this movie, I went with.
Hold on, before you talk about the movie, have you guys both seen Sausage Party?
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I got through the first 3 minutes, but
Why do people see this terrible movie?
I only watched the first 3 minutes, but I will play this one. I could only watch the first 3 and I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off, but I will play this round.
Well, you could have said no, but now you're familiar with it.
That's all it means. Yep. All right.
Well, thank you for that. Okay, cool. So Sausage Party, guys, the whole premise of the movie is life told through the eyes of food. I went to go see this movie with my friend who is like just found God again in her life. So she was like super religious, and this was like so sacrilegious to her. It was a really big deal, and I thought it was hilarious. So shout out to the taco, and Mrs. Bread. I'm thinking the critics was messing with this, but I don't think they really like Seth Rogen like that. They be hating on Seth Rogen and his little team, James Franco and all that. So I think the critics went with like a 65. They was like, nah, we don't want you to make no more movies. But the people was rocking with it because that was the truth. They was telling the truth through the food. And they was like, all right, the truth is out there and it's hilarious. So they gave it just a little bit more at 75. Spencer, quiet.
Well, I like I said, I watched the first 3 minutes of this movie. I had to turn it off. I did not like it. It wasn't my cup of tea. But I'm gonna start playing the game a little bit, and I'm going to go 64 with the critics because I think they're lower. But Stud Barbie said 65, so I'm gonna go 4. And I don't think the audience liked it as much as she said, and I'm gonna go about 68 on that one.
Okay. Jane.
Sausage Party. What I remember. The orgy.
Oh, why do you have to bring that up?
Closing seat.
The orgy scene. I'm just gonna cut right to it. It definitely, people like Emerald, it's definitely an acquired taste to watch a movie like that. I'm gonna go with a 60 for the critics. And then I feel like the people that did make it through the movie, love the movie, I'm going to go 85 audience.
All right.
60, 85?
Okay.
60,
yeah, 85.
We will be in the building.
I like how you added in the fact of the ones that made it through the movie. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys here. If you would all reverse your scores, they would have been pretty interesting. The critics gave this movie an 82%.
Ooh. Okay.
The audience gave this movie a 50%.
Ooh.
Emerald Empress getting that point.
Yes. And the second time on your show. I'm happy with just the first point. All right.
Welcome to the board,
Well,
Happy to have you here.
All right, do your rundown real quick before she picks a movie, DJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cienma Score. I'm your host, DJ Boy. What we do on this show is we talk about movies. We go on the internet and see what the internet critics score this movie on a scale of 0 to 100, what the internet audience scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100. But stick around for the last 15 minutes of the show. We're going to have the rapid fire round. When then we stop talking about movies, we stop talking, and we start scoring all the movies. If you'd like to be on the show, please hit up my admins, Micah, Emoji J, and Vampy. All right, here we go.
I hope y'all like Adam Sandler. I've been waiting to pick this movie since I played this game twice. The Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer.
I like that movie.
Yes, it's my favorite movie by all time.
Here, before I wrote
Everybody's
this song.
familiar, correct? Yep. All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, I love this movie, and one of my favorite parts of this movie is when the little old lady gives Adam Sandler the payment in meatballs for helping her sing. It will always be forever one of my favorite parts of the movie. But I love all of it. Like I can sing all the songs. I can tell you the song at the end of it where they're on the plane. One of my favorites. I love this movie. But I don't think it's played too much. I listened to it. It's one of my favorite songs. I love "Grow Old with You." But I don't think the critics were such a huge fan of this movie. Adam Sandler's a hit or miss. I love him. I will give him a 99 all the time. But I think the critics might have scored him in the middle, like a 60. I would say 65. For that movie, because again, it's a little cheesy. It's not the greatest production, but it's one of my all-time favorites. And then for the audience, I hope they loved it just as much as me. So I'm going to score it on what I'd score it on, but a little less. I'm going to say in the 90s. I'm going to say 90.
90 on the head. Okay. All right, James.
I feel like when you think of Adam Sandler, you think of like his classic movies. You know, obviously you get Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison comes to mind, but I think The Wedding Singer is up there. I feel like it was a very popular movie. It was when he started getting into a little more rom-com. It's a classic. What was her score for the critics?
65, 90.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm not pricing right. But I'm just gonna say I would think that one got a little more generosity. I'm gonna go with like 77 for the critics, and I'm gonna go with 80 even for the audience.
You said 80 even. All right. Okay. Barbie.
Adam Sandler's still doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that he always has his buddies in all the movies. You know what I'm saying? If I ever get in the movie, I'm gonna make sure I come back and I'm coming back for y'all. I'm be like, yo, Jigga, you doing this? Jigga's gonna play Jay-Z, you already know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he ever really gets high scores on any of his music. I didn't even any of his movies. I never even seen him get an award for anything. He's just doing it to keep doing it. But shout out to him though. I'm gonna say 70 for both. They was in agreement. This is all right. We like this, but it's just more of the same.
Yeah, I feel you. You're right. He's still grinding out. He's got his loyal people though. Hey, they always got his movies everywhere you go. That's for real.
And he just made one with his kids in it too, so he getting them bread too.
Yeah.
I forgot this movie came back all the way in 1998.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
This is a close one. All three of you were decided by 12 points. The critics gave this movie a 72%.
Okay.
The audience gave this movie an 80%. James gets the mark and the point. All right, James, welcome to the board, my guy.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna test the waters here. I'm gonna a movie a little older, but gotta be my all-time favorite movie. The Usual Suspects.
I love that movie.
Everybody
know that movie.
I have
you guys
no
don't
idea.
know.
I have no idea about
You
this.
both have homework. You both have homework.
I hate homework.
All right, and we're gonna come back up, keep it a little more current, not too
Who is
current.
Kaiser Saucy?
We'll stay with the comedy vibe here. Let's go with old school.
Oh, we're gonna go to Home Depot tomorrow. I got a big day.
Mm.
Maybe go to Bed Bath and Beyond. Only if there's time. Only if there's time.
You know that one, Emerald?
Old school. I believe I've seen that one. Yes.
Oh no, I don't
The
know.
guy
That's
finds
Will,
his
Will
wife
Ferrell?
cheating on him, so he buys a frat house and creates a fraternity next to him. It's an amazing movie.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Ain't old school the one? You my boy, Blue.
Yeah,
Yo,
Frank the
you
Tank.
Let's
my
go
boy,
streaking
Tank.
through the quad in the gymnasium.
What?
Blue, do you think I want you to die right here? No, sir. Blue, you're my
Damn,
boy.
stud Barbie, you got homework.
You have more
I miss
homework.
that. You know, I really don't I'm not gonna front, guys. I really don't appreciate Will Ferrell's comedy. That's what it is.
I
Unfortunately,
wouldn't
James,
that
that's
Barbie.
the problem.
I'm
You
not
got
a
one
fan
chance.
either. I do not
You
like
got
Will
one
Ferrell.
last chance here, my brother.
He
And his
always
wife
takes it
pulls
to
up
a place
beside him,
that's just
and it's like,
beyond.
she's like, "Who's
I
streaking?"
feel you.
I've lost control.
I thought that was
Great.
only one stud.
Please. One more movie from you, please.
I liked him in the Barbie movie.
Oh my God! James, pick a movie.
They're killing me, man. You can't see old school. All right, then we're gonna have to go with something guaranteed everyone has seen.
You can always defer.
Avatar.
Avatar.
I only
I
seen
know
one
you
of
guys
them.
are familiar with Avatar. If not, I would flip this table over. I swear to God.
Just
All
the
right,
first one. I didn't see
Avatar.
the second one.
James, I'm
First
sorry
one.
that these people don't have the eclectic taste in movies that you and I have. But please tell us, what do you remember from the movie Avatar?
Avatar was definitely. I'm glad. So we know that obviously Avatar is back with the new whole series of movie coming out. I'm glad he definitely did wait. It was definitely before its time, but James Cameron still did an amazing job with Avatar. I remember mostly when I saw the previews of it, I thought it was going to be something that it wasn't when I actually saw it. It's like the same thing that happens to me with like Lord of the Rings. Like I didn't know there was so much war and action, and makes it a great movie. Definitely great movie. Definitely mind opening too. And obviously beautiful imagery. I'm gonna go with 90-90 on that.
Nice. Barbie.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not believe the hype. When I saw this movie, in order for me to be interested, I was on that morphine. I had just gotten leg surgery, and that was the only reason why I even got through that whole thing. That is not it. Sojourner Weaver was the best and worst part of that movie, but I know
Why
there
does
was a
it
whole
sound like
hype
you're cutting a
around it.
promo like you're Muhammad
feel
Ali
me?
right now? Like, ladies and gentlemen, but do not believe the hype. Everything
Do
you saw
not.
about this movie, I'm gonna hit him in the right.
It's false. It was so bad. It was so bad, but so hyped up that they didn't put out one until like COVID, that we had nothing to do but watch movies. They're like, we're gonna put it out now. And they forgot about how bad it was. They watched it again and was reminded about how bad it was. But of course, you know what I'm saying, it's James Cameron. The critics will give him the score. They need their boy to get an award, you know what I'm saying? Now he said 90, the critics probably went even higher than that. I'm gonna say they did 95. It was like, it was like James Cameron, James Cameron. And the people was like, nah, they saw that shit. They saw it and they was like, no, we're not letting you get away with this.
No.
They said no, they pirated it, and then they couldn't finance a new one for a long time. And when they said no, they gave it an 80 because they was like, no. They gave it an 80.
All right. Emerald.
Well, I'm not gonna say all that. I love that movie. It's a great movie. I didn't think I was gonna like it too much, but when I started watching it, it was great. But I'm gonna go right in the little middle there. I'm gonna go right in the 80s, and I'm gonna go like 82 for the critics and 84 for the audience.
82, 84. Okay. All right. Everybody is at least above 80. I mean, Stub Barbara's at 80. for the people, but still, everybody's 80 or above. I like it. So y'all feel like it's a good movie then? Nah,
This is the closest one we've had so far.
critic.
I'd rather Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was my movie.
James had the right idea, but he went a little high. The critics gave this movie an 82. The audience gave this movie an 82. Hitting the mark and getting the points is Emerald. All right, Emerald, if you can pick a movie real quick, we can do one more movie before the rapid fire round. If you want to pick one real quick here.
The first Harry Potter movie.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You know how much typing I have to do to put that in? Thanks.
I'm so sorry, but I'm a Harry Potter fan, and I have to choose Harry Potter. Sorry. But I love Harry Potter, and I think a lot of the diehard fans love Harry Potter. But I also think there's a lot of people who don't like Harry Potter. So I'm not going to score it for the audience as high as I think I want to. I'm going to score it about an 85. I want to go in the 90s, but I'm going to score it an 85 for the audience. And for the critics,
Hold on. Audience, it's 85.
Yeah. I'm doing it a little bit backwards because that's the one that's in my head first. And then for the critics, I am going to say that they gave it about a 78. Yes.
Okay. All right. Did that totally backwards. Messing with us. You're messing with us.
Totally backwards. That's okay. It's the way I do things.
78, 85.
Yeah.
All right, James.
It's just for the one movie vet. For the first one.
So I'm one of those people that I'm not really into a lot of the fantastical type of movies. So like I never made it through the whole Harry Potter series, but I definitely saw the first one. Definitely remember him having to live under the stairs and Quidditch and just learning about Hogwarts in the beginning. So I remember the movie clearly. I don't know how much everybody really enjoys it. I know there's a lot of diehard Harry Potter fans, but I feel like you're either go hard or go home. I don't know if there's just people that are like, yeah, Harry Potter's cool. So I'm gonna say the critics might have went a little higher because it was kind of one of the movies in the beginning of when they were doing those young adult fantasy books to movies. So it kind of pioneered it. So I'm going to say the critics probably gave it something closer to a 9. I'm going to go 88.
88. All right.
I'm going to go 75 with the audience.
75 for the critics.
75 for the audience.
For the internet people.
75 for the audience.
Yeah. I said critics, sorry.
Do not listen to the man who likes Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter, okay? Harry Potter is life. But it was the book that everybody was going crazy about. Everybody wanted to be these children. Children stood in line to do this. And I know way too much about Harry Potter because I had been working at Universal, where there's a Harry Potter universe in Florida, and there's one in Switzerland, and there's one in Chile. And I hate J.K. Rowling. She's an evil woman. She's an evil woman. I'm telling you guys right now. Now, the movie... The people who read the book, they wasn't really happy about the movie. They're happy they made a movie and they made many movies, and every time a new one came out, they was hyped for it. But they seem to be mad. Now I didn't read the book, so I was happy about the movie, and I watched all of them through Halloween. So that Sorcerer's Stone is getting a high score for me for the critics. The critics was like, yeah, 95. And the people was a little disappointed, but they was still like, yeah, 90.
90? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, every time. I think the only one that probably fell short was like the third one. Everything else was
critics gave this movie. By the way, this movie came out in like 2000. What did it say? 2001.
Mm-hmm. I was 11.
The critics gave this movie a 65%.
Dang.
Wow.
I figured it would be higher.
Okay.
The audience gave this one a 78%. Emerald gets another point here.
Yes.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, now, James, I don't want you to fret right now because now we're going into rapid fire round. And this is where we stop talking about movies and we start scoring movies. So this is your absolute opportunity to come back. Right now, I've got the score at Emerald with 3, James with 1, and Stud with 3.
That's correct. Yep.
All right.
That's what I got.
Now we're going to go ahead and just take the reins over here and hand them to Creature. And Creature, what do you have for us, my brother?
All right. I'm gonna test that knowledge. Let's see what we got here. I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Will Smith. Zombies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's gonna be on Emerald. Go ahead. Hey, hold on, y'all.
All right.
Did you do this rundown yet?
Yeah, I did it earlier.
This one?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to Cienma Score. I am your host, DJ Boy. This is my wonderful host, Creature, here. What we do on the show is we talk about movies and we score them on a scale of 0 to 100. We see what the internet audience scored it on a scale of 0 to 100. We see what the internet critics scored it on a scale of 100. If you'd like to be on the show, please hit up my awesome admins. We have Micah, Emoji J, and Crew and Vampy. Thank you very much. Go ahead now.
We have to do it every 15 minutes. It sucks. All right, go ahead, Emerald. I Am Legend.
I know. I do the same thing on my show. I get it. I Am Legend. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I've only seen it a couple times. Oh, scoring. Critics 86 and audience 75.
86, 75. All right. James.
65, 70.
65, 70. Stub Barbie.
75 and 80.
75, 80. Okay. I really like this movie, to be honest. I love this movie, actually. Like, I hate to see the scores like this, because, like, if it was me, it'd be 100. Like, I love this movie.
This movie came out in 2007. I feel like this movie came out way later than that.
Yeah, I do too. But I love this movie. It was a great movie.
And this is why I love Rapid Fire Round. Critics gave this movie a 68%. The audience gave this movie a 68%. James put himself on the board with 2.
All right. Okay, I tell you what. Let's go with let's change it up. Is everybody familiar with the movie Dog with Channing Tatum?
I'm going to punch you in the head if you do something that absurd ever again.
Dude, that is a badass movie. White House Down.
White House Down.
No? All right.
Two, Creature. Okay. I don't have to come in here.
The Matrix.
There we go.
I've seen that one.
Country Gemini.
Raise your head.
Critics for Matrix would be.
Whoa. It's on James.
Oh, James. Okay.
Yes, it's on James.
Critics for Matrix 85. Audience 95.
All right.
All right, critics for Matrix 80. Audience 90.
80, 90. All right.
Critics 86 and then audience I'm going to say 90.
What'd you say?
86 and 90.
Okay. You and your 86. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, this is going to be pretty close too.
We can both say the same score?
One of them.
Only one number.
Nah, one number off. Yeah, as long as
as long as you do, you can do one of the two of the same. You can't do both the same scores, but you can say that's why we rotate. Everybody gets a point, so you can say different scores.
Yep.
So you can say one of the same, but not two of the same. The critics gave this movie. The critics gave this movie an 83%. The audience gave this movie an 85%. Emerald and Stud both tied and both get a point. Now, James, don't worry. If they're tied when the game ends, we go into sudden death, and as long as you score every time in sudden death, you could still win. We've seen that happen too.
Let's go then.
All right, what do you got for us there, creature?
21 Jump Street.
Wasn't there two of them, or
Yes,
is it TV show? It's just one. Channing Tatum.
This one will be on it. Hey, pick DJ Emerald or Stud. Which one?
We're gonna go on stud this time because we went James, so we'll just go down the line.
All right, 21 Drum Street is gonna be at a 70 for the critics and a 75 for the people.
All right, Emerald.
I'm gonna go low on this one. It's gonna be 60 for the critics and 65 for the audience.
60, 65.
Correct.
Yep.
All right, James.
I'm going to go with 65 for the critics, 50 for the audience.
Dang, you thought it was that bad? It was kind of goofy. It was kind of goofy. I ain't gonna
It's an
lie.
enjoyable
Critics
movie,
gave this
but
movie an 85%.
ooh,
The audience gave this movie an 83%.
oof.
Stud Barbie.
Yeah,
Oh me.
I love how James rode my train. I love how he.
I thought it was bad.
I thought it was bad too.
Look at the scores they gave other
I thought it
movies
was
before.
underrated. I thought it was underrated. That's what I thought.
Y'all ready?
I
Frozen.
give Channeling and oh boy his props. They do their thing.
Frozen.
What movie?
Frozen.
Say creature. Frozen? You really need to let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
All right, Frozen. That's on Stud Barbie.
Yes, it is.
All right, Frozen, movie of a lifetime. Killer soundtrack is going for you critics.
Score!
95 and the people at 99.
All right. Emerald.
Critics 89 and the audience 90.
What? 89 and 90?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're old.
James.
90,
I swear, if that's a classic, I'm lost.
95.
It might be a classic one day, but it's not now.
Oh, these
90,
kids-
95. Okay.
These kids
All right.
love this.
Everybody's pretty high. Everybody likes this movie. Everybody's been smoking that Frozen.
No, these kids was
The critics
playing
gave
along.
this movie a 90, but the audience gave it an 85. So that's got to go to Emerald.
That one annoyed the parents and they left bad reviews.
All right. Okay, we got it. We definitely have to do another one. We got to do more than that, probably. Let's see. All right. Okay. We'll switch it up a little bit. Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Mm.
Who's going on this one?
You go first, Emerald.
So you said Tokyo Drift. So I'm gonna say the critics gave this one a 75 and the audience gave this one a 70.
Okay. James.
I'm going to go 60 and 75.
I like it. Barbie.
I'm gonna go with 75 and 65.
75, 65?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right, y'all.
The critics gave this movie a 37%.
I was gonna go a little bit.
The audience gave this movie a 69%. James gets the point.
All right, James, keep clawing back in there. They're tied up.
Let's go.
Keep clawing back in there.
Let's go. You know.
Let's go with is everybody familiar with 50 First Dates?
Yes.
Yes,
James?
sir.
The Adam
Okay.
Sandler movie.
All right, it's
10
on you,
second
James.
10-second time.
It's on you. Yep.
10-second time. 51st Dates. Another Adam Sandler movie. I'm going to have that one was a great one though. I'm going to have to go with 75 and 65.
All right, 75-65. Barbie.
He killed that one. 85 and 80.
85-80. All right.
65 and 80.
All right. I'd like to see what this one is. I'm like, yo, this is a great movie. This was definitely a great movie.
And she beats him up.
I
with
love
the
this
stick.
movie.
I do too. Such a good movie.
Yo, we got a game here. The critics gave this movie a 45%. The audience gave it a 65%. Hitting the mark and getting another point and crawling back into this is James.
Go. Let's go.
What'd I say? What did I say?
I told y'all, just like DJ said, I'm telling y'all, rapid fire round changes the game. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find a good one. Good one.
What's scoring?
Let's go with is anybody familiar with the movie In Time?
No!
Where they got the time on their arm?
Mhm.
Y'all never seen that? That's a good movie.
I've seen it.
Justin Timberlake.
I heard
James
about
has seen
that.
it. It's awesome.
No.
All right, let's go with I tell you what. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I never watched it.
Yeah, me either.
Strike two. Come on, creature!
Oh my God, Men in Black. Jesus Christ.
I know that one. The first one though?
If you didn't know that one, you're getting booted out of here.
I do know that one.
All
It's on
here we go.
James.
Men in Black. This is a hard one.
Vampy, this is the most movies we've done in a long time.
80-80.
No, it's not.
80-80.
80-80?
All right, Barbie.
65.
How much?
65 and 65.
All right, 65 straight across.
And I'm gonna go 75.
All right,
Right in the
everybody
middle.
sticking to their guns on this one, huh?
Need a high score.
Yo.
Yep, you need that high score, James.
Anything over 80.
You need that high score, James.
The critics gave this movie a 91%.
Uh-oh.
The audience gave this movie an 80%.
I've been going high all game.
We've got, if my
Three-way.
scores are correct, we have 5 for Emerald, 5 for James,
Yes, sir.
and 5 for Stud.
Yes,
We're
sir.
going to literal sudden death. Let's go!
Don't call it a comeback.
What did I say?
We won't. Don't worry about it.
Hey, we tried to tell y'all. All right. Is everybody ready? We're going to try to finish this one out with Blade.
Blade. Wesley Snipes, the first African-American superhero.
That's correct.
Stud Barbie's face looks like she's never seen Blade.
I haven't, but Wesley Snipes, you know what I'm saying?
Nope.
He ain't do it.
Nope. We
Hold
want
on.
this to be a
Now,
true,
yeah, if
fair
you've never
one.
seen it, hold up. All right, we'll do Chris Tucker, Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
I never
Tucker,
watched
Jackie
it.
Chan?
Yes.
I
You
never
understand the
watched it.
words that are coming out of my mouth.
I never watched it.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so
I've
you
never
Jack.
watched it.
The chat's gonna go crazy on you, Stud Barbie. Oh my gosh.
Everybody in the chat, spam homework.
Y'all got a lot
I
of
will
homework.
watch
Don't go crazy on me
I've
for
never
I've
Blade.
seen
watched
every
it.
movie
No, I've
mentioned
never.
this stream.
Oh my God.
Every time my dad put it on, I
We're
walked
making
out the
all right.
room. I
Bring it
never
home,
watched
preacher.
it.
Bring it
Listen,
home.
you don't go crazy about me on Blade. If
All
Blade
right,
made a
y'all
lot of
good?
money, he still
Hold
have
on.
some.
Are we doing Rush Hour or do I need to pick another movie?
Another
You
You
one.
gotta pick
another
another
Pick
one.
another movie. I've never
Y'all
seen it.
are horrible. All right, here we go, guys. Finding Nemo.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me break it down into kindergarten status for y'all guys, okay?
Throwing out an absolute banger to end this.
Yes.
Finding Nemo. Wow.
Had to do it. I mean, I can't bring it like PG-13 or rated R for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, dang.
85
All
for the
right.
win.
85 for the win.
90
All right,
90.
Barbie.
90 and 90.
She did what I was gonna do. 89 and 90.
Okay. I like it. All right, guys. Here we go.
I hope a lot of people hate Finding Nemo.
I like it.
Ellen DeGeneres, blah, 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 blah.
Emerald, EJ, you just hit me twice. That's all.
And Finding Nemo's so iconic. Every time they spin the fun wheel, everybody's going bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
I just go.
Oh man.
This was decided by 2 points between the three of you. The critics gave this movie, which, by the way, came out in 2003, if anybody was wondering, a 99%.
Wow.
The audience. Also, this movie is an hour and 40 minutes, if anybody was ever wondering, too. Gave this movie an 86%, winning by 2 points. And our new champion is Stud Barbie. Now, before we go, I'd like to ask, I don't know how we're going to do this because we have 2 second-place contestants here who just tied for second. Would either of you like to go ahead and go first and let everybody know what you have going on the app?
I could go first, and then we can just go in order if you want.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's just go right down the line. Emerald, what do you have going on the app?
I have an attempt made every Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where you guys attempt to act, dance, draw, and do impressions. It's super fun. You don't gotta be good at it. You just gotta make an attempt at it. It's a featured show every Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to be on it, just hit me up on Instagram. Even EJ up on Instagram, and he'll send you my way. It's a super fun show, and yes, Goober is my judge. Stud Barbie is my ex-judge. Just to scheduling purposes, but it is a super fun show. So if anybody wants to be on it, hit me up.
Awesome.
That's all I have going on right now.
Like I said,